Yeah, last class we discussed about probability, and we have discussed that if there are n outcomes in a sample space which are likely occurring, okay, so which are equally likely occurring, then each outcome will have a probability of 1 by n. Okay, so we have discussed that if the events are occurring equally likely, then identical probability values are assigned to the outcomes. Okay, so this we have discussed in the last class. Okay, so in today's class we'll discuss some of the examples. Okay, so when you throw a die, okay, where it has six sided die, and each of six outcomes are equally likely occurred. So when you throw a die, what are the outcomes possible will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the outcomes possible. Okay, and each outcome will have the same identical probability. Okay, so P of 1, P of 2, P of 3, P of 4, P of 5, P of 6. All this will have same identical probability. It is given as 1 by 6. Okay, so the example of biased die. So here each outcome is going to occur equally likely in the previous case. Okay, now it is biased dice. Okay, if it is biased dice, each outcome does not occur equally likely. Okay, so depending on biasing, some of the outcomes will occur more frequently compared to the other outcomes. Okay, then it is called biased dice. Okay, dice. Okay, biased dice. Okay, here for example, you see this sample space. What are the outcomes we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if you see this samples, see this. So what is the probability we have for 6 is 0.3. Okay. For probability for 5 is 0.15. For probability of for 4 is 0.15. And for probability for 3 is also 0.15. Okay, and probability of 2 is 0.15 and probability of 1 is 0.1. So since it is biased as, okay, some of the outcomes will occur more frequently compared to the other outcomes. Okay, so here if you observe this figure, we can come to know that the 6 will occur more frequently compared to all others because it is biased. Okay, so in this case the die is most likely to occur is 6. Okay, so which will happen roughly 3 times out of 10 as a long run average. Okay, so if you count it for 10 times, if you do it for 10 times, then 6 will occur 3 times. Okay, so like that. So here the each outcome does not have identical probability in the case of biased bias, whereas if the events are equally likely occurring, then the probability of outcome will have identical probability. So this is the first one is the example for identical probability, whereas the second one is the example for biased bias. Okay. So any doubts? Any doubts, students? See here, so when you throw two dice are thrown, each of the 36 outcomes is equally likely occurring. Okay, and and will be the case two fire dice that are shaken properly. So when you get equally likely, you have to shake it properly. So this type of cheating we do when we are playing game. No, when whichever number we want, we will be keeping that side and we will be throwing slowly so that whichever number we want, it is going to occur. Okay, so if you shake it properly, what happens? All the outcomes are equally likely occurring. So here we have to shake the dice properly when we throw it, yes or no? So the probability value of each outcome will necessarily be, what is that? It is 1 by 36. Because what is that we are doing? We are throwing two dice. Okay. So what are the possible outcomes of when you throw two dice? Here is, so the die 1 will be having value 1, die 2 will also have value 1, die 1 is having value 1 and die 2 is having value 2, like this. Okay, the first one is belongs to die 1, second one is the value belongs to die 2. So these are the possible outcomes we get: 1 1 1 2, 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6, so on like that till 66. Okay, if you count number of elements in this, we have 36 elements. Okay, and since each outcome is occurring equally likely, what is the probability of occurrence of each event will be 1 by 36. Okay, so what is the probability of occurrence of each outcome will be 1 by 36, because this is the case for equally likely occurring, so that each outcome will have identical probability. Okay, so next we'll see the next example. So what is relative frequency? See, the probability can also be defined with respect to relative frequency. So till now we have discussed what is the probability using sets. Okay, if you have sets, okay, so we have a sample space. Sample space is nothing but number of outcomes for a given experiment. The possible outcomes in a given experiment is placed in the sample space. Okay, so in that case, we have discussed what is probability in the previous examples and all. Okay, now we will be discussing what is the probability with respect to relative frequency. Okay, so what is relative frequency here? So we will be conducting that particular experiment n number of times, and we will be checking what is the probability that particular event will occur. Okay, say for example, I am interested with, so when I toss a coin, okay, I will be tossing a coin, for example, 20 times. What I will be checking, what is the probability that I will be getting a head. Okay, so in 20 times, how many times I got head? So that will give you NA, number of times that particular event will occur, divided by how many times have done the experiment. Okay, so I have done experiment for 20 times. Okay, so like that, that gives us probability. Okay, so random experiment with the sample space is, we shall assign non-negative number called probability to each event in the sample space. This you know that. Okay, so for each what is the probability of each event in the sample space will be always non-negative number. So the value will be between 0 and 1. Okay. And then what is the probability that particular event will occur? We denote it with P of A. Okay. So what is the probability with respect to relative frequency is that the random experiment is repeated n times. Okay. We have to repeat n times. Okay. And if the event A occurs NA times, okay, so then the probability of event A is defined as relative frequency of occurrence of that particular event. Okay. So the relative frequency definition is given like this. The probability of an event A is defined as, what is P of A? Limit n tends to infinity, Na by n. Okay, what is Na? Na is nothing but how many times that particular event will occur. What is n? How many times we will be conducting the experiment. Okay, so the relative frequency definition for probability is that we have to conduct the experiment infinite number of times and check how many times you will be getting particular event. Okay, so that is called probability. So for example, if I conduct the experiment for 100 times, what is the experiment is tossing a coin, and if I check for head, I will get probability is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, because if you increase number of times, it will be equal to, what is that we have defined probability in the previous cases, the same probability we will be getting if you conduct the relative sorry, if you conduct the experiment infinite number of times. Okay, so whatever probability we will be getting by using this equation will be equal to what is the probability we have defined in the previous cases. Okay, so this will be same when only then when n tends to infinity. Okay, so we have to conduct the experiment infinite number of times, then only probability of getting head will be equal to 1 by 2, probability of getting tail is equal to 1 by 2, and when you throw a die, the probability of getting 1 will be equal to 1 by 6, probability of 2 is equal to 1 by 6. When it will happen, when you throw a die infinite number of times and checking how many times you get 1, how many times you get 2, then it will be almost equal to 1 by 6. Okay, so this is the another way of representation of probability. So probability will be defined by using relative frequency. In the case of relative frequency, probability is defined as limit n tends to infinity Na by n. What is Na? Na is nothing but the particular event, how many times that particular event will occur, divided by how many times the experiment is conducted. Okay, so the experiment should be conducted infinite number of times. Is it clear? Any doubts, students? Hello, students.
No, ma'am.
Hello, ma. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we see this example. See this example. We have thrown a die 1,000 times. Okay, and with the frequencies for outcomes. What are the outcomes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are given like this. So outcome 1 will be getting, if you throw a die for 1,000 times, outcome 1 is getting for 179 times, and outcome 2 is getting for 150 times, outcome 3 is getting for 157 times, outcome 4 is getting for 149 times, outcome 5 is getting for 175 times, outcome 6 we are getting for 190 times. Okay, then let EI denotes the event of getting outcome. Okay, where I will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are the different outcomes we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the different outcomes we have. Then the probability of outcome 1. What is the probability of outcome 1? In the previous case we have seen, no? So what is that probability of outcome 1 will be number of times that outcome 1 will occur divided by total number of times the experiment is conducted. Okay, number of times the outcome 1 will be occurred divided by total number of times that experiment is conducted. Okay, how many times we are getting 1? We are getting 1 for 179 times. Okay, and we have conducted the experiment for 1,000 times. Okay, so what is the probability of getting outcome 1 will be 179 divided by 1,000. Okay, so what is that value will be 0.79. And similarly, if you find out what is the outcome for 2 will be 0.15, 3 will be 0.157, 4 will be 0.149, okay, 5 will be 0.175, and 6 will be 0.190. Now if you add what are the probabilities of all the outcomes, that is outcome 1, outcome 2, outcome 3, so on till 6. What is the value you get? The value will be equal
1.
to 1. Okay, so when we add the probability of all the outcomes, probabilities of all outcomes, the value will be equal to 1. Okay, see next example here. Say here there is a survey conducted for the students for checking how many students are liking maths subject and how many are disliking maths. Okay, so here this survey is conducted among 200 students, and here the likeliness of maths we are getting for 135 students out of 200, and this likeliness we are getting for 65 out of 200. Okay, now we have to find out what is the probability for both the opinions. Okay, so here what is the probability of likeliness of the students will be number of students who likes maths divided by total number of students. So here what is the who are the how many number of students are liking the maths will be 135 divided by 200. Okay, so that we got 0.675. Similarly, the probability of number of students disliking math subject is given as 65 divided by 200, because 65 students are not liking the maths out of 200. So 65 by 200 we got it as 0.325. Okay, so we have to conduct the experiment n number of times, and we will be checking. Okay, we will be checking how many times the particular event will occur divided by the total number of experiment. That gives you the probability. That is nothing but the probability using relative frequency. Okay, now students, any doubts here? Is it clear? Relative frequency, it is same as previous case. Here we have defined with respect to how many number of times the experiment is conducted. So the probability with respect to relative frequency is given as P of A is equal to limit n tends to infinity Na by n. Okay, what is Na? Number of times the particular event A will occur divided by n is total number of times the experiment is conducted. Okay, so now we'll discuss what are the events. Okay, so just now we have discussed what is sample space. The students, please mute yourself, unmute yourself, and just tell me what is sample space.
The all possible outcomes.
Yeah. So when you conduct an experiment, all possible outcomes in the experiment will be kept in the sample space. Very good. So the sample space will have all possible outcomes of an experiment. Okay. So an event is subset of sample space. For example, if you are conducting an experiment of throwing a die, what is say what is the event here? What is the probability of getting two? Value 2 when you throw a die. So that is particular event. We are interested with value of getting the side with the value 2 is the event here. Okay. So event is subset of sample space. Event will have the values from the sample space only. It collects the outcomes of particular interest. So I'm interested with only the value 2. Sometimes I will be interested with the values less than 4 so that the event will have 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I will be interested with finding the probability for getting the even number when we throw a die. So what is the event will have? It will have all even values when in the sample space of throwing a die. Okay. So usually when you throw a die, what is the sample space? It will have values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So in that, what are the even numbers we have? 2, 4, 6. So that particular event will have the values 2, 4, 6. Okay. So that is the event. Event will be subset of sample space. Okay. And probability of an event A, we denote it as P of A. So it is obtained by summing the probabilities of outcomes contained within the event. Okay. So for example, we have an event. Okay, we have an event. Say the event is given like this. It is having the values 2, 3, 4. What is that we are doing? We are throwing a die. Okay. So when you throw a die, what are the possible outcomes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the possible outcomes. Now, what is the probability of this particular event will be? What is the probability of 2 here? Because all the outcomes are occurring at equally likely. Okay, what is the probability of getting 2? What is the probability of getting 2, ma? What is the probability of getting 2? Is 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting 3 is also 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting 4 is also 1 by 6. Okay. What is the probability of this particular event here? What is the probability of this particular event here will be? It is sum of probabilities of outcomes contained within the event. What is the probability of 2 plus what is the probability of 3 plus what is the probability of 4? Understood? Understood, students? Hello, students. Hello,
Yes,
students.
ma'am. Understood.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, that is the event. So probability of outcome contained within the event will be some of the probabilities of outcomes contained. Sorry, probability of an event will be what? The probabilities, some of the probabilities of outcomes contained within the event. Okay. So an event is said to be occur if one of the outcomes contained within the event occurs. Okay, when you say that particular event is occurred, okay, when you throw a die, if I am getting 2, then we say that the particular event is occurred. Okay, one of the outcome contained within the event is occurred, then only we say that the event is occurred. Okay, otherwise we say that the event does not occur. Okay, is it clear? So The probability of an event is sum of the probabilities of simple events that constitutes the event. Okay, each element of the event is called simple event. Okay, so here what is the probability of an event is sum of the probabilities of events, simple events that constitutes the event. Okay, for example, when you throw a die, what are the values we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then it is equally likely occurring, so that probability of each outcome will be equal to 1 by 6. Okay, now what is the probability of getting even number is equal to probability of getting 2 plus probability of getting 4 plus probability of getting 6. Okay, so it is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. So what is the probability of getting even number will be equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the example just now we have discussed. The same example here also we are discussing. So probability of an event is sum of the probabilities of simple events that constitutes the event. Okay. So for example, you see here, we have a sample space, okay, which consists of 8 outcomes. Here we have 8 outcomes, and the probability values of outcome is also given. Okay, so you see here the probability values for this outcome is 0.1, for this outcome is 0.1, it is 0.05, it is 0.15, 0.05. Okay, now what is the probability of event A? So what is the probability of event A? Event A, what are the elements you have in the event A? So these are called simple events. Okay. So the sum of the probabilities of simple events contained in event A is called probability of A. So what are the probability of simple events here? 0.1 plus 0.15 plus 0.3. So 0.1 plus 0.15 plus 0.3. So what is the probability of getting A will be equal to 0.55. Okay. And what is the probability of A complement? What is A complement? Other than A, whatever elements we have, that is outside the elements, other than A, whatever elements we have in S, that gives the probability of A complement. Okay. Now, how many elements we have outside A? How many elements we have outside A here? There are 5 elements. Okay. So what are these probabilities? It is 0.10 plus 0.102 times, then 0.05 plus 0.15 plus 0.05. Okay. So if you add all this, we will be getting 0.45. Okay. So you notice that when you add probability of A plus probability of A complement, it is equal to 1. So we know that probability of A plus probability of A complement will be equal to 1. Is it clear, students? Any doubts here? What is A complement? So A complement is nothing but you have to consider all elements present in S other than the elements in A. Okay. So that is called A complement. Whatever we have discussed in the sets, the same thing is applied to the events also. Okay. Now see here, events and complements. This we have discussed just now. The complement of an event. So how do we denote? We denote with A complement, A dash. Okay. So the event A dash is the complement of event A, is the event consisting of everything in the sample space that is not contained within the event A. Okay. So that is not contained within the event A. In all cases, P of A is equal to P of A complement. So, sorry, P of A plus P of A complement is equal to 1. Okay. So, if you add what is the probability of A plus probability of A complement, it is equal to 1. Okay. So, events that consist of an individual outcome are sometimes referred to as elementary event or simple event. This also we have discussed. Events that consist of individual outcome are sometimes referred to as elementary events or simple events. Okay. And events and complement. For example, you see here, we take an example here. Consider the event A that have no more than 2 errors in the software product. Okay. So for example, event A will have 0 errors, 1 error, 2 error. Okay. There are 3 errors. This will be subset of S. Now if you add what is the, to find out probability of A, what is that you have to do? You have to find out what is the probability of 0, probability of 1, probability of 2. For example, probability of 0 is 0.5, probability of 1 is 0.08, probability of 2 is 0.35. If you add all these three, we'll be getting 0.48. Okay. Now, what is A complement now? What is A complement? Just now we have discussed that P of A plus P of A complement is equal to 1. P of A plus P of A complement is equal to 1. So P of A complement is equal to 1 minus P of A. P of A complement will be equal to 1 minus P of A. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.48, that is equal to 0.552. Okay. So is it clear? To find out the probability of A complement, what you have to do is equal to 1 minus P of A, because probability of A plus P, probability of A complement is equal to 1. Probability of A plus probability of A complement is equal to 1. So what is the probability of A complement will be equal to 1 minus P of A. Is it clear, students? Any doubts here? Okay. Hello, students. Please respond now. Hello, students. Please respond now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See here. Then we see next example, the events and complements. Okay. So when you roll a die, so what is that event will be having? What is the event score is recorded on a roll of a die? So what is even? It is having 2, 4, 6. Okay. And for a fair die, means there is no bias, you did not do any cheating, then probability of even will be equal to probability of 2 plus probability of 4 plus probability of 6. So what is the probability of even will be sum of the probability of each simple event in the particular event. Okay. So it is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 2. And similarly, when we throw a die, for example, the two dice, we are throwing a two dice. What is event A? Event A is that sum of the scores on two dice is equal to 6. When you add two dice values, when you throw whatever value we get, if you add those two values, we should get the sum is equal to 6. That is the event A. So in that case, what is that first step you have to do? First step we have to do is we have to write what are the possible outcomes. Okay. So first we have to write this possible outcomes, and we have to check what are the possibilities that we get the value is equal to 6. So we will be getting the possibility that the value is equal to 6 will be 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, and 1, 5. These are the elements we have in the A. Okay, how many elements we have? 5 elements. Okay, divided by how many total number of elements will be equal to 36. Okay, so 5 by 36 will be the probability. Okay, so here you see here what is the probability, what are the number of elements we have. The number of elements will be, what are the elements will be 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, and 5, 1. These are the possibilities where we will be getting sum is equal to 6. Then what is the probability of A will be, what is the probability of each outcome? So what is the probability of this outcome will be 1 by